me again. Okay, so we left off with the Creakers last time. Lucy had captured the Creakers and she'd got a little bit of information from them, but not much. They said that her parents were gone forever. They weren't coming back, they were trapped in the Woleb. And the sun was just beginning to rise, which, if you remember, meant the Creakers were going to be dusted. So, let's see what happens next. When we get to chapter 15, back to the Woleb. Has your mum or dad ever burnt the dinner? Or maybe a piece of toast at breakfast time? Horrible, isn't it? That very same smell suddenly wafted up Lucy's nostrils. Hot, hot, hot! The Creakers cried as the first pools of wonderful morning sunlight reached the baskets that they were trapped in and cut through the bars like knives. Lucy looked down and gasped as she saw their black skin puffing up like bubbling treacle at the first drop of light. Let us go! Grunt growled. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, Lucy said, leaping from her basket at once. She lifted it off the 4 Creakers and rushed to the curtains to draw them properly, buying them some time. But when she turned back around, her heart thumped in her chest. The Creakers were tugging her dad's grubby coat off Ella's floppy, sleeping body. Hey! That's my dad's! Cried Lucy. There they are. You see the sunlight on one of them. Stupid little kindling! Never trust a Creaker! Grunt cried as he pulled the coat on himself, wearing it like a royal robe. Then, in a split second, he slid underneath Lucy's bed much faster than Lucy had seen them move before. Guff, Scratch and Sniff followed, giggling and laughing in their weird, twisted way as they slipped into the blackness below. No! Lucy cried, but it was too late. They'd gone. Along with her dad's coat back to the backwards Woleb. She quickly shook Ella. Wake up, you sleepyhead! But I only like the pink marshmallows, Ella mumbled in her dreamy voice. Lucy jumped on her bed, bouncing up and down, shaking Norman. Wake up, you useless boy, she called. There's no scout badge for sleeping through a crisis. Actually, there is a scout badge for sleeping through a crisis. It kind of looks like this. I'm not sure I'd want that badge. It was hopeless. Norman and Ella were too heavily under the dozy dust's magic to be woken. Lucy was on her own, and she had to think quickly. That's right, I've got to think quickly, Lucy told herself firmly. I'm the only person who knows where the grown-ups are and how to get them back. And how to get there. I've got to find Mum. I've got to get her back. Lucy dropped to the floor and peered into the dark space beneath her bed. The wooden boards appeared to be normal, but Lucy knew better now. She reached out slowly and prodded with her fingertips. The floor wobbled. The wormhole into the Woleb was still open, but as Lucy thought this, the floor gave a little shake and a bubble rose to the surface and popped as though it was some sort of living jelly. Lucy pulled her hand back quickly and felt the warmth of the morning sun as it illuminated her room through the thin curtains. The sunlight must be making the wormhole close, thought Lucy. It's now or never. She pulled the straps of her swimming goggles tight, pushed her fringe to one side, took a deep breath, and slid head first into the shadows beneath her bed. The floor swallowed her up whole. In an instant she sank into the squashy, swishy, wobbly, bobbly floor. She was back in the Woleb once more. Lucy tried to relax, to let the sticky walls tighten and stretch around her and finally spit her out into the strange Woleb tunnel. She flipped upside down, or was it downside up? Either way, she felt awfully dizzy again as she toppled into the bottom next to the hole that led to her bedroom. Suddenly, the hole started to glow a glorious orange, like a warm sunrise, before shrinking and disappearing completely. The wormhole must close in the daytime to stop sunlight from getting in, protecting the Creakers and the Woleb from being dusted, Lucy murmured. But that also means I can't get out. I'm stuck down here now. Well, at least until it's night time in Whiffington again. A creaker laugh echoed down the steamy corridor, and Lucy saw 4 twisted shadows scurry off into the distance. "We got the stinkerful jacket," she heard Grunt cackle. "Scratch be using it as a duvet to sleep in. Sniff wants his rotten rug. Gruff be making a pair of whiffy coat curtains with it. None of you's been having this stinking thing. We be taking it to the king," Grunt hissed. "The king?" Lucy whispered to herself. "All hails the king!" the Creakers snapped in unison as they marched deeper into the tunnel. The king of the Creakers. He must be worst of them all, Lucy thought. And she was right. The Creaker King was the worst creaker in the Woleb. But even worse than that, what Lucy didn't know was that to rescue the grown-ups and get her mum back, Lucy was going to have to face him. Shh, don't tell her. And there's Lucy chasing the Creakers down the Woleb corridor. Her dungarees still with her goggles on. Oh, and that's it. That is the end of chapter 15, and I will see you tomorrow for chapter 16, which is the marshmallow of your dreams. Bit of an odd chapter title. So I thought tomorrow it might be quite a nice idea for you to all bring a teddy to come and watch the next chapter of the video. I'm going to bring my teddy as well, and send me a picture with my email address of you with your teddy watching the chapter. That'd be really nice for you to see that. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow then. Bye!